Okay, we're recording. Do you want to start off, Etienne?
Sure. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very weird edition of Half Cocked, Half Baked. We are not in the same room. I can't touch Casper's face like normal. I can't slap him upside the head for saying anything stupid. So we're gonna have to go at our own discretion here. But as you can see, our guest is the famous Yappy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me, Will and Xin. Let's talk about some Melee, talk about some recent events. It's good to be here.
So, like, if
Fun
you don't
times.
know who Yappy is, which if you don't, I don't know who the hell you are or where you come from, but
Check yourself.
Formerly best Falcon in Europe, currently best rising Falcon in Europe after a long hiatus. He's falling for Sechi's spot. He's getting up there.
Honestly, very surprising. He's like climbing back up because he hasn't really attended a lot of tournaments before the whole Corona crisis.
Yeah, correct.
And then he came back.
It was like the whole hiatus. People were wondering, like, is Yappy washed? Does he still play the game? Does he still keep up? And then you just come in and fucking kick everyone's ass. No questions asked,
including Amsa.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
He was beating up Amsa so bad. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, right? When you're a retired competitor, because that's essentially what I am, sort of, kinda, sometimes. You just want to prove to yourself you can still do it, and I felt like I can still do it, but I don't know if these guys know I can still do it. So I just need to prove it to myself and show everybody I
the rest
still got what
will
it takes, and it worked out. So
very nice.
Yeah. Happy I can still play on the level, and it's such a good game, so I can't put it aside forever. It always comes back to me, right?
Because how long did you stop? Because you actually did stop for a while, right?
And it's kind of hard to say because it might be like 3 years, 2.5 years, but there's like maybe 2, maybe 3 in the middle, like once a year or something like that.
Yeah, I remember
one tournament with Ultimate and Melee I attended for the first time and stuff like that, like somewhere in Deventer, I believe. But it's just really small things, maybe 2-3 times. So maybe even close to 3 years of retirement, something like that, I guess.
I remember the first time I played you after Syndicate 2017. I went to a tournament in Groningen, which was Hyperfocus, I think. Styrian, Hyperfocus, something like that. And you were there. I played you in pools, I believe.
In the small venue, the small one.
Yeah, the small one, like the one room. Yeah, so cool. I mean that was 3 years ago, I guess, would be like about right, or like a little bit less than 3 years. But yeah, just about. So if you consider that like towards the end of when you like started retiring, then 2.5.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. That might be like an exception then, because it's a local tournament and we try to host it monthly, and I show up once every 3 months or so on occasion, right? On average.
Nice incentive for people to come out.
But it's nice. It's nice you went to Groningen, man. I totally forgot about that. But yeah,
I've got family up there, so I can just stay. Like I went up just to hang out, like play some Smash. It was a pretty good time. Yeah, I like the tournament as well, but definitely go back.
You're welcome, man.
Back out. Oh, thanks, bro.
They're actually moving to a different venue, which is the building on across the street, just on the different side, which is bigger. So if it works out, we might be able to host 50 people instead of 30.
Sometime. I've never been to Groningen for a tournament. It's just so far away.
That's always the argument, right?
Yeah.
Now they've got all the good players, They've got like Vino, they got Yappy, they got like Pure Bros, fucking like Fezwa. You go there to get your ass kicked.
Fezwa is also Groningen. I didn't know that.
Yeah. We also got the TDX, Luigi. Not sure.
Oh yeah, TDX.
He moved, right? He moved.
He's back in town. He was outside the country for a year, but he's back again. So
nice.
Groningen is pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, TDX is really good.
Scary, man.
Yeah, if you want to go into City Cruise results, then Groningen is really, really.
Yeah.
First place.
Amsterdam's up there. We got Risk.
That's the thing. Amsterdam never competed in one of the City Cruise events. They never competed.
We're scared.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Amsterdam as well, Will? I didn't know.
Yeah. We're North Holland boys. I'm number 5 in North Holland.
I'm 7, even though I am. Dude, Mauro 6th. Yo, let's go, Mauro.
Yeah, City Cruise is usually 3 versus 3.
Oh yeah, then it would probably be like
Amsa.
Risk, Pixel, Amsa,
Hoop, Pixel.
Oh yeah, Hoop. If Hoop goes, like that's the problem, right?
Hoop, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
and
I'm sorry.
he's coming back though. He embraced NTSC after a year and a half or something, and he decided to
He
come
comes
back.
crawling back.
Yeah, he's playing Fox now. It's pretty cool.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Epic Val
I had to
Fox?
play his Fox in the Smurf tournament. He was the green, the
Man.
Verdi Vulpes or something.
Joining the dark side, huh? I see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
he's like trying to prove that NTSC's busted by playing Fox.
Ah,
But he already played Sheik. It's like you can just
playing
roll
Fox
Sheik.
to prove a point is like the worst thing you can do, in my opinion. I have done it in the past, but
Hmm.
it's made out of anger.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
it's you don't play
I'm all
for
for it.
fun.
I also tried to switch
I don't know.
to Fox for like 2 months somewhere in my career, and then I
Right.
switched
Yeah.
back.
Right, because he's the best, right? He's the
Yeah.
best. So.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if Epic Val is such a type of player that he can keep on going on, like build on that hatred to keep on going play Fox. But
If it even is built
don't
on
think
hate,
he is.
maybe he's just like, I want to play Fox, you know? Maybe he's like shine
if
from
he's
me.
having fun, sure, but I don't think he will. No.
Yeah, well, we'll see. At least I'm
Time will
very
tell.
glad that there's people who are like very anti-NTSC finally crossing that bridge now, like
Yeah.
coming back.
I'm
like
one of them. I'm one of them for sure.
You are extremely against NTSC?
I dislike it. I think Paul is the superior version for sure. I think it's more balanced because the best character in the game is worse.
I agree there. I think PAL is the more balanced version, but I also think that like the reason we switched to NTSC was just to like uniform everything, like standardize everything.
Yeah,
Like that
and,
makes
and
sense,
that's the most important argument, and that's why I can agree on it. Like the most important thing is that we all play the same version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll come back, right?
does suck we have
Yeah.
to settle for it, but that was what like flipped me in the end. Like just knowing that
Right.
like community would be preserved, we wouldn't like be losing community members as a result of the switch,
Mhm.
and also like as a result we'd be allowing our players to be more like properly prepared if they ever need to go to play in the US or whatever. Like, which makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I think that argument is very little because there's
just
maybe
so
a,
little
a
players.
handful of
Yeah.
people who go to the US.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it's also-
but it's an argument, I guess.
But it's also for like American viewership, like people who are from America
yeah.
and watching. It's just nice to be playing on the same version. And I
The
personally
amount of
just-
people saying like, "Is this
That's true.
NTSC in chat?" Like now is fucking popping
Yeah,
off.
it's still, dude. Still, after 2 years, I don't know, a year and a half of playing NTSC only, it's still people like, "Hey, is this NTSC?
Is this Paul? Is this Paul?
Is this PAL?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I remember really old YouTube comments on videos I played in. YouTube comments were always saying the same thing, like Yappy has the best gentlemen, which is so funny, right?
How does he hit it every time? He can't
That's
keep getting
so
away
funny.
with it.
It's so
That's
funny.
so funny. So, what do you think of Gentleman right now?
I hate it, dude.
Yeah.
I really hate it. Actually, my conclusion is, and I'm 100% certain about this, you have to cancel it, right? You hold A 3 times, then you have to cancel it with either holding down, dashing, jumping, or shielding. You can't walk, right? Walking doesn't cancel the animation. So, but even if you're frame perfect, you still lose frames to do another jab. Because my thing in PAL would be to poke people to death, right? Jab, jab, jabs. What is my continuation? Jab, jab, jabs. Doing that
Ooh.
is so much slower in the NTC, and it has a chance. Sorry, you fuck up.
Mm.
And there's an addition to that if you hit a person with 3 jabs and the DI behind you, there's not a single possibility for you to turn around and jab again.
Well,
It's not possible.
yeah.
Oh, because
you
walking doesn't cancel the animation.
Yeah. So what you will have to do is
Like wait.
dash. No, yeah, that's super slow.
Oh,
right?
dash pivot jab.
Dash pivot, and yeah, you know that's no, dude, that's not fun now.
Makes
It's
it
just
like
not.
50 times harder.
Yeah, that's just a no-go.
I mean, is there
So-
anything that Falcon gets as a result of the NTSC buff that is like worth it in trade-off wise, or
I have to say before I give an answer, I'm really biased, right? I really miss my jabs.
Yeah. I mean,
and
you had the best
actually-
jabs back in 2009.
can attest to that?
Yeah. I was always really fond of my jabs and my jab setup, just poking people from 0 to like 30, jab to jabs into jab to jab, and then they're off crouch cancel percent. I really liked that stuff, right? But I thought maybe I was better in that than I thought I was. But then Ice gave me a compliment. Ice told me, "You have the best jabs out of all the Falcons," and I told him, it died when NTSC came to Europe.
Oh.
But that's another story. But
Okay.
it really happened, right? Your question was what NTSC brought for Falcon? Yeah, the weak knee, right?
Oh,
the weak knee is really, really good for Falcon because usually you had to hit the weak knee and then hit the up air.
Yeah.
And when the DI out, you have to react and not go for the up air because otherwise you're fucked. It will miss.
Mhm.
And now you just have to hit the weak knee and go back.
Because it's a lot longer hit stun. I mean hit lag, right? No, hit stun.
The hit stun, yeah. It's the damage is twice as big, so it goes from 3 to 6%, I believe. But the knockback is like, I don't know. Weak knee impal is like a mid-air jab. That's how S2J called it. It's like a mid-air jab, but now it's just like proper.
It's like a forward air from Falco or Fox, I guess.
Yes, something like that. I guess something like that.
I never thought it was like that much of a game changer, like having like a slight knockback increase, but like I guess it just becomes like a completely different tool then in your toolkit.
Yeah, it's just hit the weak knee and you're done. Just go back. And still, because I'm biased, I like the weak knee impal more, right?
Oh yeah, if you're more used to it as well and you can like play off it, that's also
yeah. There's like certain game setups which I don't like to talk about because people will realize what I'm doing, but I will talk about it anyway because I'm retired, right? So when you down throw with Falcon and you turn around and you jump off stage versus a Fox or a Falco, they will hug the wall, right? They will DI in or maybe not DI in. And then a weak knee and then fast fall and hit them with the weak knee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it will cut their double jump or maybe not cut the double jump, but they will still go down. Because the knockback is so much less in PAL, they will not have the ability to tech to higher percentages, but also because the knockback is kind of like on the same position and not forward and up, they will go lower. So it's a better gimping tool versus Fox and Falco on lower percentages.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's okay, but that's like another trade-off. Yeah. I guess almost every character has this. Like, there's like some things that are worse, some things are better. Except for Fox, that's mostly just better.
It's just better, right?
Yeah.
See, I just gotta watch out for weak knee. There we go.
Yeah, you got it.
No, you don't, because it's not PAL.
No problem. Yeah.
But yeah,
that's a really specific scenario. But that's just one of the things I miss, right? I just miss doing those setups because it's not as good.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just
you've been playing for so long on PAL. It's like the engine is like.
That's the thing.
It's just burned into your mind.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then suddenly, I got a patch,
changes.
right? The game got a patch. I'm like, dude, get this patch out of here, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you know, as Will stated, for the universal argument of everybody playing the same version, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Gotta grin and bear it. Like, I mean, I rarely say this, but in the beginning, I was definitely pro PAL. Like, I saw it as like definitely not a good thing to switch. But then, like, slowly, I just kind of figured that, like, yeah, it was just for the greater good, I guess. You can weigh as all the pros and cons, but it's like people are always gonna have different opinions as well, and it's just based on feeling. Like, if people don't feel like playing NTSC, they might not play it. But that's not really a reason to like discredit the argument of switching to NTSC.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad all that shit is over. I'm just glad it's behind us now. We can just look forward, no matter what the result was.
Yeah, the discussions back then were very fiery.
Yeah.
Very, very strong opinions.
I just straight up left.
Yeah.
I just straight up left because I don't like to talk about it because I'm pro PAL, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can be this negative person and try to stop this thing, which is definitely going to happen. I could already see it. It's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
The question was not if, but the question was when. I'll just leave the conversation and just, because I'm only going to be a negative influence, right? So I'll just leave all the Discord things, all the WhatsApp groups, because there were a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know. In the talks, it was a lot. There was a lot of talk between the versions, and I don't know. For me, it's just, for a lot of people, it's just better just to leave, right? And just let it happen. Yeah.
Okay, so after Corona happened, there were a lot of tournaments that were on the wish list for me, at least, or already arranged, like HF LAN, FET. I was probably gonna go there in the summer. So how do you guys feel about that? Like, what are you how are you feeling it right now about Corona and Melee?
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit is sad.
Sad for sure.
The world tour being cancelled as well.
Yeah, I'm glad we got some replacement stuff. Like, we got some replacement tournaments that kind of acted in their place, like, online, but I don't think you can ever replicate the feeling of, like, attending a major.
Yeah.
And part of that is why it was obviously necessary to not have the majors, like, run, because it's just, like, a billion people in, like, a tiny room. But that's kind of where the vibe comes from. And, like, I say tiny room, but obviously it's not like an apartment building. It's, like, a big-ass hall. But, like, at Valhalla, it was, like, in some places it was tough to, like, get through, like, a crowd, right?
Yeah, even though the hall was very big.
Exactly. So it's, like, but that's sort of the vibe of tournaments as well, is, like, no matter how far we get from, like, our grassroots image, we'll always be in that state where, like, we're still sort of, like, just chilling, you know?
Yeah.
Like, in this big-ass tournament hall, like, everybody's just there to hang out and have fun.
Right.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
It's a really nice vibe.
I mean, if you guys have seen I don't know if you guys have seen, like, the soccer matches without people watching, just the
a bit without the crowd,
yeah, without the crowd. It just feels so unnatural, and it's like
it's weird.
We could like arrange something like that with only top players, like an invitational for only top players, but then it would just still not feel like an actual Smash tournament. It would be like the Battle of the 6 Gods tournament that happened like a couple years ago, but then without the crowd. Like,
it'll be like Smash Summit.
It will be like Smash Summit without the production value, and without the mafia in a small room and all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Even Smash Summit has a small crowd, right? There's some reaction. So
those people wouldn't be invited. Like, it would just be the people who are, like, actually playing. So it'd be like, what, 10 people in a house, like, playing Melee.
Yeah, you have one commentator.
Just sitting on the giant couch alone. He's like fully spread out.
Just
like,
chilling, dude. Just chilling, dude. Completely covering the couch.
Yeah, maybe some top players would like to attend it. I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't, but I don't know. Maybe people would like that. I just think what we do now is so much easier, right? Just with the Netplay tournaments, even if there's the lag. This is such a great solution, man. It's so good.
And everybody can participate. Like, it's much nicer to open it for everybody, especially when, like, there's no entry fee, or the entry fee is pretty minimal, because then it's even more accessible than, like, tournaments that would be held in, like, a city, let's say, that's like 2 hours away.
Exactly. Accessibility.
It's super accessible. I think there's, like, a lot of people who never attend on tournaments who are attending Netplay tournaments as well.
Yeah. Yeah, me, I guess. But just the last tournament, there was this guy, Solo Battle, the Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
He, for my knowledge, he only participated a tournament once, which was Syndicate, I don't know, 2019 or something.
He was at
Valhalla as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see. All right.
Yeah, he
doesn't go to everything, but he still, like, tries to be active to, like, get around, because he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty.
He's super good.
Really good. He was also at this Syndicate, right? Syndicate 2019.
Yeah. He beat Over Triforce. He beat Griff. Lost to Sechi, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And he was seated like super low. He was seated like
nobody knew him.
Yeah.
Which is so weird, because he's been like the #1 player in Finland, if I'm correct, for a long time.
Yeah, but it's because Finland doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That has been the thing for such a long time. Like, Finland is like, nobody knows about Finland. And it's like, do they have players? Levingi? Who's Levingi? Oh, he was Natroni. Oh, all right. Yeah, I know that guy. But, you know, that's the only one people know.
Big ass world map. You, like, lift up a post-it note. There's, like, Finland underneath the little post-it note there. You're like, oh,
don't look. There's like a post-it note that says "Don't look."
Questionable.
The only thing people recall, at least Scandinavia, like Norwegian people, Swedish people, and Finnish people, are the legendary boat trips to a tournament in Finland. From Sweden to Finland. Yeah, boat trip. Armada told me some legendary stories, dude, about the boat trip. It's fucking funny. Legendary. Everybody gets drunk in the boat trip, but it's not just smashes, right? It's like maybe 50 people on the boat, maybe less. It's super. I don't know if I can tell those stories here. That's kind of not suited for work, I guess.
Maybe leave that.
But is it like a long boat ride, like a day or so, or is it like just a few hours?
Maybe like 20 hours or something, like a day.
That's a pretty long
20
ride, yeah.
Legendary boat trips, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, even though Corona is like kind of, you know, busting our balls, we're still able to do like some things with Netplay tournaments and stuff. And we had the pub quiz.
Great things.
Yeah, the pub quiz was sick.
Yeah, there are some really good incentives, especially from Jim Morrison, doing some really fun stuff.
Jim Morrison's really stepping up. He's wow.
I'm really glad there's people like that.
Wow,
And also
impressive.
like Homemade Waffles, Saved as Untitled,
Ooh,
just hosting tournaments all across the world.
The homie, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's like you don't
incredible.
It just shows how much heart there is by a lot of the competitors in this game.
Yeah.
There's just so much heart and soul, and it still shines.
Our scene is the example that it's not about the money.
Yeah,
we are the example.
Yeah, I feel like we are also like the only example. I don't really know of other like super grassroots
of this size. We are.
I
think
size,
you're right because we are a big scene, right? It's a big community.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people involved.
I mean, if I'm not top 20 Netherlands, you know it's a big community. You know
exactly.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Speaking of top 20, Netplay Arcadian, anyone?
Woo! You're getting heated now. Getting exciting.
Nah,
now we can see who the best non-top 20 player is online.
Is it me? Is it you?
Dude, could be anybody. Could be Phileas Knox.
I would post some side bets for sure.
I did beat Phileas Knox 3-0 last time I played him on Netplay.
Dude, so. I only got one side bet last Arcadian, and it was Jim Morrison, I think. And then he was commentating the set that I got knocked out of the tournament in, and I was like, I like wall jump, suicide dared Earl or some shit.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, totally worth it, right? Like,
yeah.
You just missed out on a shit ton of money.
I lost him like $5, dude.
Listen, if you had won against Earl, you would have to play me afterwards, and then
I beat you.
You would beat me, and then we would split the money.
Then I would beat Ezwa, and then I would beat Ladder. Easy.
Yeah.
Number one, baby. Twice. I beat Ladder twice.
But yeah, I don't know. There was some talk about a Netplay Arcadian some time ago in the Discord. I'm not really a fan of it. For the same reasons.
I think it'll be funny to just do it, like get it over with.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't attend personally. I'm not really interested in doing an Arcadian if it's not like the funny business, because online it's just it's way more straight to the point. That's also why I think Netplay is also like a lot shittier. Is like normally when you finish up a game, and let's say you lose and you're kind of salty and you talk to the guy you lost to, and then the salt goes away again and it's fine. You give each other a fist bump, but now it's just like GG's and then it's done. That can be very frustrating, I think. I mean, maybe not for you since you're just winning, Yappy, but
Alright, I guess I'll tell you a little secret. I see this. I get frustrated more online than offline.
I think that's pretty I'd say that's pretty common, pretty standard. I'm pretty much the same way. Like, it's a lot harder to humanize the person you're playing against if it's just a person behind a screen, right? Like, you're just reading
that could be.
It's a lot harder to that's part of the reason I love Melee, is that you have to treat your opponent as an equal. You have to treat them as like a person, because you're sitting
it's just offline. It's all
away from them, like they're right next to you. Like, online games bring out the worst in people, I honestly think.
Yeah.
And then also there's people watching, right? So it's both your opponent is there, like actually there in the area, and people watching too. And for me, playing it, I think it's just a different environment. I think I'm used to and experienced in playing next to my opponent or across my opponent. I can see when he's frustrated or when he's angry or when he's sad or when he's he has a certain emotion by the time he's playing. And it's harder to see online because you can't see the guy. Also, there's no reaction from the crowd. It doesn't necessarily have to be like on a stream setup, but it's just a different environment. It's just you're just alone in your room, and I kind of try to dodge like the nerves, right? I try to put on music. I try to create my own environment, pick a different chair, not sit on this chair, but just on the little thing I use for the piano, right? I'm not sure how it's going to crook.
Piano.
Yeah, exactly. And that's been working out, but still, I get so much more frustrated online and offline, and I think that's the case for a lot of old players who are used to playing offline as well. And I think the newer generations of Smashes are better to deal with that. At least I like to think, but yeah.
I had no access to Netplay when I started playing, and so I guess I kind of got used to the same thing. And I was telling Casper this before as well, like during Netplay tournaments and things like that. Like, I have a lot of trouble getting focused or like getting in a zone where I don't feel as if the match doesn't matter.
Online or offline?
Online. Offline, it's easy because like you have your moment, you know, you sit down and you're like you focus in, you're like there. But online, you're just looking at your computer, you're like in your house, you're super comfortable. Like it's really easy to just start fucking around and like do dumb shit. And then before you know it, it's over, or like you've gone too far and there's no way to bring it back. And it's like, well, kind of played myself there. And that's sort of where
you really need to pump yourself up, like do it in your own way. And there's nobody who is going to do it for you. Like people are going to watch or say, oh, this is a important match, or you know, there's something at stake. You need to convince yourself there's something at stake, or something you care about, or something that makes you want to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Cry.
Yeah, cry.
Give it your all, you know.
Yeah, I feel like
for
me, I actually have like an example. We had the circuit, right, for the isolation tournament, and you would get points based on every on your placings, and if you attended a lot, you get a lot of points, and then maybe you get invited for the invitational. But I was playing there, and I think it was the first tournament, and I was at Brit's place, which is my girlfriend, and she was cheering for me while I was playing, right? And just the fact that there's someone there makes it so much more like real instead of it being online, which made me try way harder. And now every time I play Netplay, I'm on my own, and it's like it just doesn't really feel like a competitive setting. So it just kind of, I don't know.
Did we play against each other that tournament, the first one?
I think so. I took a game, I think.
Because I definitely remember one set we played where you played way better than I recalled. So that might be the one.
Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah. I beat Nebby and Nukidin.
Right.
And almost Skullbro.
Those are some good wins, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but like,
at that tournament?
What?
Did you beat Faradit at that tournament, or was that a different?
Oh yeah, I also beat Faradit. Yeah.
Dude, that's a huge difference. Then.
Yeah. Yeah, so but that's like, and then last week I get beaten by PT. Not that PT is bad at all. Like he straight up just beat me. But it's just very frustrating as well. Like doing really well.
On paper, PT is the worst player than the guys you just forgot.
Yeah, I mean, is he though? On paper, he's really good on Netplay though.
That's the thing. He's really good on Netplay. I'm scared of PT on Netplay.
Yeah.
And
he's improving us as one of the fastest. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And
he cares, and he cares a lot.
So and I personally, I lost to him last week, and I was super salty, and I kind of snapped at him, and I'm not very proud of that. But so PT, if you're watching, I'm sorry about that. But
that's the only thing you can do right now. So good shit's in.
Yeah. But it's difficult, man, because it's just sometimes in the heat of the moment, you're salt, and your impulses just get out of there. But I feel like in person that wouldn't have happened either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah.
PT, if you ever want to snap back at Casper, just call him a circle camper.
Yeah, I'm a circle camper. This is not true.
Look at this guy.
It's such a funny term, circle camper. Right.
Yeah, but yeah. So tonight I'm gonna join the Netplay again, and then probably do like a pretty shitty job again. But that's fine.
Oh, it's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Man, I might join as well.
Interesting. One thing that is nice about recording Half Cocked, Half Baked online is that afterwards you can just chill instead of like having to break down everything and having to chill with you guys. That sucks.
Yeah, dude, having to hang out with Casper is my least favorite thing after Half Cocked, Half Baked.
It's my least favorite
really professional relationship.
Yeah.
Just do it and get out.
Yeah, I mean, every time we do commentary together, the moment the headphones come off, we just start swearing each other out.
Yeah.
Each other off,
you know the Smash Summit skit from Axe that he's like very abusive towards Toph.
Yeah. That's the best one.
I really like that. That's our relationship as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Axe.
Your ex.
I'm gonna kill you. Yeah.
But yeah.
Such a good skit, man. Yeah, that made me laugh. I actually watched it maybe like twice or three times, which I usually don't do.
I was gonna think it was gonna be way more.
Such a good one.
Yeah, I really like that one as well. There's some really good skits in the Smash Summit skits. I really like the American Psycho one with Crush.
Oh yeah, the controller one or whatever.
Have you watched American Psycho, Yappy?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay, well, if you watch the movie, that skit was so well done, and Crush is like the perfect person to be like the American Psycho. But yeah.
Right. Oh, I think I have seen the skit then.
With the controllers, and they compare controllers, and they're the exact same.
Right. There's been a few years, I guess. Crush, right? So
Yeah, Crush, man. I miss him. He was such a fresh.
When he was like having the post-tournament interview happening or whatever, and he's just like, "No, I actually don't want to do this anymore."
Wait,
And he just stands up and
he's
leaves.
like, wait, I just realized I shouldn't be doing this, and then he just leaves. It's so good, so good. Yeah,
and it actually happened as well. Like in the entirety of his Melee career, right? He just left. Like
Yeah,
not just for the interview. He just left, like competing.
yeah.
Everything.
I respect the hell out of that, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it's really sad that he left, but holy shit, who has been able to do that? Who has been able to just be like,
Very few.
I'm done.
disappear
Very few.
forever? Like,
Just after a tournament, be like, you know what? I shouldn't be doing this, and never come back. It's so sick. It's so
wait a minute,
sick
this
and
is a party
so
game
sad.
for babies.
Yeah. Why am I
Shout
playing
out
this
to
party
Fernandez,
game?
one of the few who did quit. when he
Oh,
said
yes.
it.
Shout out to Fernandez. I don't even know him.
Yeah, he's too old school now, I guess.
Oh, Yappy, you probably don't remember this. I just want to talk. I just want to toot my own horn here. Of course. There was like an Avalon. I think I was playing for like half a year. Me and Lars were attending, and
Yeah.
we had to play you. We both had to play you in singles. I think I'm not sure. And then
Okay.
afterwards, you came up to us and you were like, "You guys have potential," and I was like, "Hell yeah!" And then we just kept on the grind. Lars got really good, really fast afterwards.
Awesome. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, and I was like trailing along, trying at least until Lars fucked up his hands. But
All
that's a
right.
story for
right.
another
That's what
time.
happened with him. Yeah.
Yeah, but he fixed
Real
them. Though.
tragedy.
He fixed them.
Good.
They're back.
But now
to
he's
normal.
more foot centric now. You know, he's
Yeah, he plays with his feet now.
DDR, right?
Yeah, ITG.
in the groove, yeah.
Yeah, which is like DDR but harder.
And he's the best
Okay.
in the Netherlands, I think.
He's the best in Europe, and he's
Oh yeah, there you go.
he's top 10 in the
Oh, wow.
world.
Amazing.
Yeah,
been kicking ass, dude. It's
yeah,
really
it's
impressive.
really cool. I don't really watch a lot of his streams, but sometimes he's streaming, and I just pop in, and he's just like doing 280 BPM songs. And he's like
Yeah.
playing with his feet.
Or he's like in the
It's
middle of like a
crazy.
40-minute song,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Fucking hell, man!"
Yeah,
Jesus.
Jeez, exhausting, dude.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
like the perfect. He's such a great grinder. He just grinds on games. He grinds so hard.
He's really good at like just picking stuff up and getting good at it, which is scary because like, I mean, that's just a really good personality trait to have. I don't even know if that's a personality trait. That's more just like you as a
It's
person. You're able to just like
determination.
master anything.
His determination is crazy. That's why he improved so fast as well. He just kind of pushed Fox the way Hex pushed Fox until his hands broke. And now Fox. I mean, Hex actually still continued after his hands broke. But
Hex's story is
dude, Hex's
one of-
story is
one of a kind,
impressive. Very, yeah, it's crazy. Actually, crazy to think. Probably one of the best stories in Melee to talk about ever.
Alright,
He-
let's
Great story.
he had he actually has very good tweets on Twitter. I really like his tweets, and I'm not really active on Twitter, right? And he had one of them really stick with me, which was every time I'm on my prime, it gets taken away from me.
Ooh.
Well,
Can you see why? It happened twice.
I mean, when
Did it
you're at your
happen
highest high, the lows are gonna feel even
Wait,
worse.
what
Like,
what was his second prime then? Because I know, of course, his hands.
Right now, coronavirus too.
Oh, right.
He's
All right.
doing really
yeah.
well, and now he's fucked.
Yeah.
And he
okay.
hates Netplay, right? He doesn't like Netplay.
Knowing him, no, he wouldn't.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know
probably hates it. Yeah. Yeah, he strives for perfection, and
Yeah.
you can't do that on that play.
Yeah.
He has his own tournament series as well, like Hex Money's Nightclub.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hex
yeah.
Club. And he has like the HD monitors with about 0 milliseconds lag, like as less as possible. And he like has a like sick setup with it's just out of this world, right? He's really pushing that.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
that he's
He's really pushing
gonna
that.
be able to continue that after Corona ends. If I'm guessing it's gonna end as soon as we get the what's it called, the vaccine. But it's gonna be a while, like a year,
More
maybe.
so when that gets like distributed to people, right? Because like the vaccine can exist and it still isn't accessible to like everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's in New York too, right? Where he lives.
Oh yeah, true. New York.
Oh
is a
right,
bit
he
of a
lives
rough
in New
spot.
York.
Rough.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, let's just hope it ends quickly. Either that or
Yeah,
restrictions
let's hope.
be lifted
Let's hope for that.
before the vaccine's out because of like antiviral treatment or something. But
Mhm.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Who the fuck knows? All speculation.
Yeah.
I was surprised though. I saw like a bunch of people, like a bunch of terraces, a bunch of like bars were opening up terraces yesterday because like the restrictions were ending or whatever. So like
yesterday.
tables and stuff out on the near the canals and shit.
From friends, what I've heard of is that you need to make a reservation if you want to sit on the terrace. But it's been very, very quiet. Like there's not a lot of people, at least in Groningen, on the terrace.
I'm thinking
sure how
about
it is with your people.
I'm thinking
Is
about
it
going
busy?
to. Oh, sorry.
It is. I see.
In Amsterdam, of course, it's busy, man.
Yeah, Amsterdam.
It's just so tightly packed. There's only like apartment buildings and stuff. So many people.
Yeah,
just the sheer
I'm lucky
amount
I live
of
in a
people.
more like quiet spot, like not in the center, so I'm not like constantly barraged with people.
Yeah. But still, it's still like pretty tightly packed at your place,
even
around
here.
your area. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, in Uithoorn, where I live, there's nothing going on, so it's pretty easy to avoid people here, luckily.
Mhm.
But yeah,
I actually had a big fucking annoying like shitstorm to deal with because of all this like crisis bullshit. I had to like bring my car over from Germany, and it just fucking went to shit. Like my inspection was fucked up because my car ended up breaking right before the inspection, and then as soon as I got it fixed, the inspection station closed for 2 months following like all this shit, all the crisis shit. I was just like cucked into the fucking corner, couldn't do anything, just had to fucking pay for parking for like 2 months.
Yeah.
It was rough.
And now your car is in front of my house because it's free parking. So we have 3 cars in front of our house now. And we live with 3 people, and my dad just put his like restored pickup truck also in our street. So now there's 4 cars. Our neighbors must love us.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, and I drove a bit in your car, like to move it across the street.
Hmm.
It was an experience.
Yeah, it really changes you as a person.
Yes.
Deep inside.
I now own a Mercedes.
Yappy, what's the deal with like boulder halls around you? Because there's the ones here opened up like an outdoor wall, like maybe weeks ago or something, so people could climb and like not be in like the enclosed space to like work around the regulation, right?
Right. We have 2 boulder halls in Groningen, and it's basically the same as fitness clubs. So they're opening the 1st of July, just like fitness.
Okay.
Because like I for some reason I was really confused by like the opening of the outdoor walls, because it seems like a loophole of some kind, but it also seems like a really obvious loophole. Like it seems like if it was a problem, they would have been shut down by now. So it's like I guess they figured something out.
I don't know. It feels like I don't know. I remember when Rutte was doing one of his speeches, he was like, "And please don't try to find these loopholes because it's like you're just making it harder on us and stuff." It's like you just use your common sense, and I have to agree with him on that. I mean, when I heard about like the outdoors sporting halls and shit, and I saw videos of people like not really maintaining distance at all, it's like, yeah, well,
yeah. I mean, I haven't gone to any of that stuff because I still want to avoid it. I mean, like climbing in general is a pretty like you're touching stuff that other people have been touching, and like it's pretty unhygienic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like just for me, I try to avoid it, but I also understand people are like anxious. They're like, "Fuck, I need to." It's like their livelihood, right? For some people, this is like their melee. They just want to go and climb or like do whatever.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think boredom is a real killer.
Yeah,
people are just trying to hold, literally hold, holding, just to find something to do these times, because there's nothing to do for most of us. Luckily, we are gamers and we have the internet, so we do whatever we want. So
without Netplay, this would suck so bad.
What did you say, Xin? What sucks?
Without Netplay, this would have been such a terrible time. Because can you just imagine?
For sure.
Can you just imagine not being able to play a little bit of Melee? I don't know.
Well, even just being gifted enough to have like people who are your friends, like being able and like having access to the tools like Discord and stuff. Like if I want to talk, most of my friends are reachable through like Discord channels or Discord servers. Like it's not hard, but I know a lot of people who, if you bring up Discord, they'll be like, "What the fuck is that? Like, what are you talking?"
Yeah, exactly.
They have like the only way to talk to other people is like through House Party. I saw House Party was getting really popular, and like I guess Skype. I don't know who uses Skype anymore.
Yeah,
but
Skype, Teams, and Zoom.
And that's the example you're gonna give, right? Like, Discord it's like Skype and Amazon Messenger in one or something. Yeah, that's usually what I say.
Yeah.
Crammed into one. Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah, Discord is really a saving grace right now as well.
Mhm.
Because I mean, we have the anime club thing going on. Yapi's
Oh, it's
also
so
in
good,
it,
dude.
and we have like a group of 6 to 10 people every time to watch anime. Like it's so cool, just because
Together, yeah.
Yeah, and it's partially because we gamers are already so adopted to being online that it's just not that hard for us to like transfer that to like even more heavy online.
Yeah. It was not such a big of a change for us than for people who don't use the internet.
Yeah.
As
And
often.
I was like, my grandma, she lives on her own. She's 90, and we can't. My parents bring over like food and stuff, but we can't have a cup of tea with her, right?
Yeah.
So she's really lonely, and she does have an iPad, and she can use FaceTime, but it's just a little bit too complicated for her. So she would rather not, but now she's just alone, right? So the people who don't understand that kind of stuff, or just aren't as involved with online stuff, they're really suffering way more than we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst, dude.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, boredom is a killer, indeed.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
That's the real virus. Boredom.
Boredom is the real virus. And the 5G, of course.
Oh my god, we were the whole time the gamers are returning to their natural habitat.
Melee is the vaccine.
Well, inject me with the melee, please.
But yeah.
Yeah, man.
But also, like, Animal Crossing came out in perfect time for fucking...
Oh yeah, that Animal Crossing popped off. Like, everybody bought it.
And it makes so much sense. The timing couldn't have been more perfect for Nintendo, honestly. You would think they actually created the virus.
It was
allegedly.
true.
Allegedly, Casper.
But I do have to say that when you look at all the game companies, Nintendo is the very best at promoting their games. I don't know how they do it, but they do something special. Like, everybody knows when a certain new Nintendo game is coming out, and everybody buys it, and even the people who will just lay down the game after 2 days, they buy it too, you know? They fall for it.
I think
Pokemon
Sword and Shield is like a prime example for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, because
Smash Bros. Ultimate was also like a huge release. Like when
I fell for that one.
Yeah, me too.
It was like when it was coming, it was like, oh my god, it's coming, and then it was just like,
dude,
okay, yeah.
I remember buying a Wii U for Smash 4.
Right.
Worst decision of my life. Luckily, I sold it like pretty okay, so it didn't lose me too much money, but it's still like the Wii U. Like, there's no games left to play on the Wii U. The only game I think that is, because you had Super Mario Maker on the Wii U, but now we have Super Mario Maker 2. So there's that's the one game, and the other game that is still like good on the Wii U is Wind Waker HD, I think.
Okay.
Donkey Kong Frozen Ape.
Yes, but I think that's like the only reason to have a Wii U right now. It's like a completely dead console.
No, for sure, but also like I was serious about Donkey Kong Frozen Ape. By the way, it's not called Frozen Ape; it's called Tropical Freeze or something. It's like a really good. It's like one of the best Donkey Kong Country games. But it's also on Switch now.
It's also on
like,
Switch,
again,
So there's no reason to own a Wii U.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Switch is a really good console, not gonna lie.
Yeah, they really knocked it out of the park with that one. But I mean, okay, so even with the Wii U, if Smash 4 just had something like Subspace Emissary, I would have been so much happier playing it. Like, even if the mechanics weren't as good, anything like that, just single player content. Because I'm not gonna play it for the multiplayer. Like, no. So if I'm not gonna play for the multiplayer, you got to give me something else to do. Come on, man. Spirit Board was kind of a nice step in the right direction for Ultimate, but like it's still missing the heart that Subspace had, like the effort that was poured into like the story.
Yeah. Well, at least you had the bosses. You had boss fights in Ultimate. Those were fun. But
yeah, for sure.
But aside, like the whole Spirit Board was very tedious and repetitive.
Very repetitive.
Yeah.
I played it twice. Call me crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Are you insane? I played it once and I was trying to kill myself at the end of it.
I gave up halfway through. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm bored."
It's super long, dude. It's crazy.
It's and every time you think I gotta be at the end now, and then you still have like 2 more hours or 3 more hours to go.
There's a spoilers, by the way. There's a moment where you are very far in, and then you think, oh, this is the last mission, and then you get this overview on like a new map. Like, yo, what's up, bros? Here's this new map with all the same missions with a final boss. You're halfway through, almost there.
Oh, I remember.
What is it, the Great Maze or whatever, where like you have to go back through everything you already did and find like all the random fucking doors and like fight the shadow versions of people. I thought that part was bullshit, but like just the fact that is the part that came back from subspace is like the bait and switch of like, you're almost done. Never mind. Why did that come back? Why didn't the story come back?
Yeah.
Why did they do us like this?
Yeah.
Subspace Emissary was so fucking sick, honestly.
Yeah, that's different, right? Subspace was actually good.
Yeah.
It was actually good.
Yeah.
Also, in the default game, you could play that co-op, right? You could play that with a friend.
Yeah, and it worked so well. Good. It worked so well.
It's really good.
I don't want to play Meta Knight versus Meta Knight for the 50th time, dude. You know, I'm happy that I get Subspace. I can co-op. Have you played any PM, Yuppie?
Sorry?
Have you played any PM, or I should say P+, actually?
P+, no. PM, yes.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah.
Have you not been interested in trying it out since the new client hit, like the new Netplay client?
A bit, but not necessarily. No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
I feel like
I do really like a lot of mechanics. Like I think like the inputs are really interesting compared to Melee because there's more different inputs for different moves, like B reversals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And different terms I can't really think of right now. But like I play Squirtle, right, in that game.
Oh, nice.
He is crazy, dude. He's actually crazy.
He's so funny to run around with. Like so.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's like Luigi, but even slippier. Slipperier. Can you imagine?
Like 3 of his moves or something. You just spam Nair, you super armor through like half the shit that people throw out. Amazing.
Yeah, it's
and he still has trouble versus crouch canceling, right? You have to play it smart. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a great game. I do have to say that personally, I still have the feeling like crouch canceling is stronger in that game than it is in Melee.
Yeah, I have the same feeling, but that might also be. I talked about this with Skullbro a bit, and
we talked about it with Ace. Go on.
We kind of came to the conclusion that a lot of like the Dutch PM players, they use crouch canceling to an extent so they can win neutral like in a cheesy way, and then get one of their hits in, and then just do the whole cheese combo afterwards.
Right.
Yeah. And then that's it. So it's a really like linear way to play the game, and I feel like there's other European countries are better at that, so they're not only exclusively using crouch cancel, but it does feel really strong. Yeah. It does feel really strong.
It's a funny conclusion because I came to the same conclusion, and it's like Wageningen, the area, the city, the village where they hold the PM tournaments. They're just like a excluded community, right? It's just them, and it's basically just a group of friends playing with each other, and they formed their own metagame, and this is their metagame, like waiting for the counter hit, the crouch cancel, and then you get a 0 to death combo or something like that, and it makes sense. But I definitely picked certain characters to prove a point. Like I picked Falco and just down air shined, or actually didn't even down air shined. I just down aired. Down air, they don't press shield. You down air, they don't press shield. Down air, they just stay grounded, right? Down air, down air, down air, down air. And then I just look at them. I just keep pressing downward. Dude, you know this trigger? Like on your controller? Press it, man. Press it. But they refuse to press it. They just keep holding down, and they don't learn. And
I guess that's kind of like the pitfall of it being such an exclusive community, and like just staying with your group of people playing the same game.
Yeah,
and they know a lot about the game. Don't get me wrong. They know a lot about the game. Definitely a few know. Like a lot of them actually know a lot about, way more than I do. It's just a shame to see that they rely, I guess, on this mechanic so much.
There's so much like stuff you can learn by having the figureheads of both communities like communicate.
Oh yeah.
Because like if obviously people in PM don't know everything about PM, because there are going to be people who know stuff about Melee that is also in PM that they don't know about, you know, if they're like really good in Melee. So everybody can stand to learn something from someone else. And like if you're too stubborn to listen to somebody's advice, or like take, let's say, for example, you're getting downed like 15 times by Falco, not letting that situation like teach you anything is a real shame, because it's like
That's the thing, dude.
But I feel like it's not because they are too stubborn. I think they're just not used to adaptation.
Yeah, I think it's a lack of what's it called? Just thinking while playing, right? Just actively thinking while playing.
It's more like it's like they're playing a cutscene. it's like, okay, if I do this, then I will get this.
That's like a quick time event. Then
yeah,
you press
but
A
even though
right time, and then you get the touch of death.
yeah, and that's why I think Ace is really up there, because he is originally a melee player.
Yeah,
and he's not
doesn't
doing
play
that.
like that.
He doesn't play like that, and that's why what makes him so. That's what makes him thrive so much in that scene.
He's basically invincible in that scene. He's like up there on his own, like number
Although
one.
there's like some players like Dom, the Lucario guy. I heard that he's been taking a lot of tournaments now from him.
Okay.
And he's also shown interest in melee, and he doesn't play like he doesn't use the crouch cancel. I think I'm not too sure. I haven't really played any of them in the longest time, for God knows what reason.
Yeah, why would Casper not play anybody from Wageningen? That's so weird to me.
But yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think P+ is a very fun game as well. Like, there's some Knuckles is very fun to play, and I don't know. It just feels a little bit more smooth because the UCF is also in there. Yeah, it's just really nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice game. But I feel like playing with your friends is for me at least, playing with friends is like prime PM. I don't really want to compete.
Yeah, for sure. Just fucking around. Like, we always end up doing random.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That
sounds great.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Or Knuckles, dude. Just fucking around with Knuckles. Like, any new character in, let's say, like a melee-esque engine is just fun to fuck around with. You get to learn like how to convert new things into new things.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
I remember when right before the original PM development teams quit, they had like this patch of like Knuckles and Lynn and Isaac. Yeah. And Lynn was kind of broken, like she wasn't completely finished, but she could still play like with her like decently well, and it was so fun messing around with her because it felt like Falcon and Marth at the same time. It was really fun. It was a really fun character. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Okay.
Really fun to play though. But yeah, that was fun. And the one thing I dislike about P+ is it crashes less often. And normally, when we played PM, it would crash after like an hour, and then we would all be like, you know what, I didn't really feel like playing anymore anyway, so let's just stop. And now we don't stop anymore.
Now we don't stop.
Sometimes there's that one glitch where we're playing on FD, then the music changes into something like weird shit, and then when you finish the game, you go to like character select, but all the characters are gone, and it's the Brawl character select screen. Super and then the game like crashes after you get out of like the menu or whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Yeah, but P+ is really cool.
It is.
I think it's a cool game. I think PM is a very good way to start. I mean, it's the way I started playing Melee, because I played PM first. I saw Lucas. I remember Neon playing against Mewtwo King, I think, in like 2014 or something, and I was like, damn. That guy's going so fast. I want to try that, and then I got PM. I tried playing it, and then I got into like more advanced techniques until I was like,
that's how it starts.
Yeah, and then
I was better in PM than I was in Melee when I started, and I hadn't even played PM. I'd only practiced Melee. It's just like more beginner friendly, I guess.
Yeah, the skill floor is a lot lower. So it's
I
easier
think it
kind of
comes down to in PM. There are more better moves to do more easily, right? So the grounded moves are better. You don't necessarily have to do an aerial, short up aerial every single time, because that's the only viable move. You can just do a ground. You can just do smash attacks, and it's viable for certain characters.
Yeah, especially if you're just starting.
In Melee, you can only do that with like Luigi or something. You know?
Yeah, that's why I think Luigi is also like a good character to start with.
Yeah, that's true. You get wave
dashes.
dashing really fast. Like you learn how to wave dash, and you can just like down smash people to fucking oblivion.
Combos into itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, very nice. So yeah, I started off with PM as well, until I touched Melee, and then I was like, oh, this game feels very nice, and then I never came back to PM.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what happens to a lot of PM players.
Really?
I mean, at least the PM. At least I know a lot of people who started off that way. And of course, you have
And
some outliers who keep playing PM, but
it was definitely encouraged by PM sort of like losing a lot of traction through the supposed like involvement of Nintendo, because then people like Professor Pro had to stop. Like he instead went to focusing more on Melee, things like that. Like I can't say that Professor Pro specifically stopped because of that, but it's like the timing seemed a little like coincidental, right?
Yeah.
So like the spotlight's gone, people more likely to switch to Melee because they don't want to be in a game that they perceive as like dying, despite the fact that it's not exactly dead. Like there's still pretty big tournaments that were being held for it with like decent attendance.
It's just not wanted, right?
Yeah. It's like an outlaw game. It's like in the corner.
Banned from Twitch, banned from Nintendo. Not allowed.
But they are allowed again, right? No.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think that's funny. I think the only reason it's allowed again is because they changed the name to P+. Right?
Right.
I think the moment Nintendo finds out, but I think it was Knuckles who told me that Nintendo gave the go sign for Twitch for P+, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't believe that.
Maybe because they have Ultimate now. That's like their baby. Like Nintendo is like giving all their money to Ultimate and shit, like pushing for that. So like now they're not as scared of P+ overshadowing their new game because they're fully backing their new game.
Yeah, Melee was very threatening
argument.
to Smash 4, I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is such a weird perspective. Like threatening, that's what they would say as well, for sure.
Yeah, that's what they would think.
But isn't it just but that's the thing on YouTube as well, right? Everybody likes it when people make free videos about their game, and Nintendo is on the opposite of the spectrum. They say we don't like it when you make videos of our game because then people will already know what's going to happen and people won't play the game. But I don't think that's how it works.
It's a very weird mindset that they're still in. I can't believe they still hold on to that mindset after all these years.
Yeah, the weird thing for me is that they're like one of the companies that handles legacy the best. So like having Virtual Console, having like older games accessible, they're very open with that. But for some reason, they can't seem to imagine a world where like, the Smash games coexist instead of one being the dominant game and the rest are like on the back burner. You know?
Yeah, and
like why not?
It's weird because they're also like very inventive for all their consoles and stuff. So you would think they would be like progressive towards that kind of stuff as well, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Big mystery.
Progressive with their consoles, but not so much with their games.
Yeah, I guess.
So.
I guess they're very protective of their games. Yeah, your consoles were.
They're very protective for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a mystery.
So I kind of want to talk about the pub quiz. Did you join the pub quiz, Yappy?
I didn't, but I heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah, that's too bad, man. I feel like Jim Morrison is definitely carrying the Melee entertainment part now. He's always streaming the Netplay tournament. He helped with the isolation tournament circuit. He's been doing work, and I really like that there's people like him who I already talked about this. Whatever. People like him who just have so much soul. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great for the scene. Yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic. He's streaming as well, you know. Got that thing going on.
We had him on the podcast before all this shit went down, and it was like one of the things, I don't remember if I got to ask him, but one of the things I was wondering was like why he started to take a back burner to like hosting tournaments and things like that. But then it just seemed like this was the perfect opportunity for him, and he took it to, you know, step up and be the person that like saves the scene in some regard.
Yeah. I feel like he's a very like he used to be kind of backgroundy. I mean, he did like his start tournaments. He did his start tournaments. He did some things in commentary because nobody else did, but he only did that because there's no one who was doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
And now again with the corona, he just started off because nobody else did. I feel like
as soon as we needed him, he was there to help. But like when everybody else sort of had it handled, he knew that his place was not to like, I guess, contribute. But that sounds kind of mean because like he was still contributing.
No, it's not contributing. It's more like he's giving space to other people, and he's taking space when he feels like nobody else is doing it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like he's gauging how much he is needed, I guess.
Yeah.
In any given situation.
Yeah, I really like.
And he's always willing to do what he needs to do, which is
he's filling in the holes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. Probably
love another pub quiz.
Probably one of the most important people in the scene, in my opinion.
Yeah. He really took the lead, right? The front ropes. He just took them. I said, all right, this is not what's happening right now. We need somebody who does it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it my own way, but at least somebody is doing it, right? So
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. Like isolation was run perfectly. Like I saw no issues with isolation, so that was pretty impressive. Like for like one of the first big remote tournaments, like it went pretty well.
The EU isolation or
Yeah, EU isolation.
EU,
The one that you got second at, I believe.
Did you get
Sorry?
second?
What was that?
Yeah.
You got second, didn't you?
I just wanted to hear it the second time. Yeah, man.
Second time, like the placing you got at isolation.
Yeah, man. Second place, not bad for a retired player. Not bad.
I don't think you can keep holding on to that retired player thing.
No, I had a sick build up to the tournament, like man, with the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Isolation tournaments to build up the points. Like I had a really big warm up, like build up and warm up to the event itself. Even though at the day itself, I just woke up 5 minutes before I have to play my match. I was like, I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this event, and then basically getting on my PC 5 minutes too late. Ooh. I was just lucky I wasn't queued yet, or they didn't even started yet, right? But yeah, I was ashamed, man. That was bad.
Well, you still made it work though, so props to you, man. Getting second.
I'm happy my first match was, nobody saw that shit. That was terrible. I had to play against Luke. Pretty interesting Captain Falcon player from France.
Okay, yeah, I think I've heard of him.
Plays it really slow. Great edge guards, but he plays it like Paul Falcon, right? So he tries to jab on 0%, like low percent in Falcon Dittos, because that's how you play in Paul. But you can't do that in NTC. It's
funny.
It's too risky. And the thing I told you before, if you DI behind, you basically have to run away. That's your option. If you shield, you're getting in a bad spot. If you try to hit them again, you get hit. You have to jab and then get out and hope you don't mess.
Hope you don't get punished.
Because, I don't know. It's such a dumb mechanic, man. Even the best of the best, they can't get it consistently, right? And that's what S2J says as well. He told people in an interview. He said, he was asked, "How do you do the gentleman?" And he said, "I just press A 3 times as fast as I can, and I hope I get it." And that's a top Falcon for you.
I don't think other Falcons would agree with this. Like Sechi, I don't think Sechi and Wizro probably don't agree with this. But
Sechi would just say, "Don't jab more than once." That's what Sechi would say. Just jab and then grab, dude. That's what Sechi would say for sure.
Grab, beat, shield.
Yeah. But what you see in NTSC, what you don't see in PAL, is that in NTSC, Falcons basically only use the third jab when their opponent is on knockdown percentages. Because if they don't get the gentleman, the opponent still gets the knockdown and they won't get punished for it. That's a huge difference.
That's pretty smart, actually, like waiting for that window. Because, I mean, you don't want to get punished for that. It keeps you standing there for quite a while.
Yeah. It's just the trade-off is so sad, right? Because on lower percentages, you miss your quickest attack. That's the jab.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
that's very bad. It's very bad. For a character which already has pretty bad grounded moves, jab was by far the best. By far the best.
Yeah. Does anybody have something they still want to say? I don't really have anything left on my subjects thingy.
Same.
No, I'm good. I mean, yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff already. It's been an hour. We talked about a lot. So.
Oh damn! Is there anything you want to plug? Anything you want to like get out there?
Maybe just round it up. The things we were talking about. Just love the game. Probably never gonna put it aside because it's too good to stop playing forever. Still loving the rivalries, the new ones and the old ones. Like playing nice reversal right there.
I don't know what just happened there.
I mean, green screen, right? Just still love playing versus Amsa. I think he's my favorite opponent to play every time. It's such like the mind games between us. It's such a funny mind game.
It goes so far back. The years and years of experience playing each other.
Really enjoy playing against that person, against Nebby as well. Other players as well. PT is on the rights. You as a Pikachu player, Xin, of course, the only one. Koen, basically Peach, maybe sometimes Pikachu, Will. Sick Falco, I don't see enough.
Yeah, I feel like Netplay is contributing to that fact.
Pretty much.
I really like the rivalries between the Falco players in the Netherlands, like Earl, you, Veswa, maybe PT as well. Like I feel like there's some sort of dynamic going on right there. Like everybody wants to be the best Falco, but it goes so back and forth when it's Falco different times.
Then,
it's so funny. I really like it.
And then Ser shows up.
Ser, of course,
wow.
as the king.
Ser is so surprising.
Yeah.
Playing against Ser, every time I play him, it's like I feel like I can do something, but sometimes he turns it up and it's just like what do I do? Like I just get outplayed every single time in every single situation. And it's like, well,
he is that good when he wants to play actively, I guess.
Yeah. I remember I beat him once at like when he was stoned. I beat him once while he was smoking pot, and then afterwards he was talking to me like, yeah, well, yeah, you beat me and you should be proud because even though I was like not sober, you should be proud because I was trying and I was thinking. But I was like, yeah, but if you think while playing while not stoned, the difference is so big. It's insane. Like I can't touch him. But yeah, he's a really cool guy as well. Really likes him.
Yeah, really happy to have him around as well. Basically, him and JP have been carrying the Netplay scene when it wasn't this active, right? Like they have been at Raampje for years.
Yeah,
now.
at here teams.
I mean, 2 out of 4.
Yeah,
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4 always.
Every day, every single evening, man. For hours and hours.
Yeah, Netplay is really important to me personally.
Yeah.
That's how I started out as well. Like after I stopped playing PM, I started playing Netplay Melee. Yeah. Very important to me. But yeah, I understand all of the bad things about it and stuff. And I also, I miss offline, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, like I said, I got to play like a few days ago. I got to play. Went to Destiny's house, played him on a computer, on a TV. What the fuck am I saying? And and it was really good. Like it felt so much better. It felt like a fun session than than some Netplay sessions I end up playing now. It's more like hardy, and you're just hanging out and like busting each other's chops. Like more homey vibe,
Yeah, definitely. That's the biggest thing I miss. Like just the fact that the atmosphere is so much different.
Couch gaming, dude. Couch gaming is the best, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the newer generation of gamers is missing out on that part. Like everything is online. Just there's something about just hanging on the couch with your friends, talking shit to each other while playing a game. It's just, I don't know. It's like social, and also you're actively thinking with your mind, and it's also fun. It's like such a lot of things at the same time, and I kind of miss that these times. But also these days, like games are not really being produced to be couch gamed.
Yeah,
for sure.
What I also really like about Melee, or like any fighting game really, is that once you... I mean, I used to play League of Legends all the time when I was like in high school, and it's just such a toxic environment, right? I was trying to climb, and then you're playing, and everybody's toxic, and you're basically playing like kindergarten shit, like just trying to keep everyone sane while trying to play this one game 40 minutes, and you get super invested. It's frustrating. But afterwards I was like, you know what, I should not play games which relies on other people. And then I started playing more rhythm games, and then I found Melee, and it's like the fact that you're just playing, it's just you. If you lose, it's just you. You have no one else to blame, so it makes it so much more confrontational, but also real or something, because you can't blame your team. You can just say, oh yeah, I lost, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
And you don't have to rely on the team as well. Like playing Counter-Strike, one of the things that I learned super fast is that, like, if you are queuing into a match with people that you don't know, there's a chance that those people are just there to fuck with you, or those people are like gonna let you down in some way. And it sucks to say that in some cases, obviously it's your own fault, like you can't blame your team, but in some cases you can kind of blame your team if they're fucking you over or like griefing and shit like that. So being in an environment where, number one, if you are playing in a team like in doubles, you're probably with a friend and they're sitting right next to you, so they're not gonna fuck you over. And two, like playing just singles, you don't have to worry about anybody else's influence on it. It's just you.
Social.
to blame
Yeah,
for all of it.
yeah, and also the fact that there's like no social integrity to playing online games in teams, because it's just like, yeah, you have no connection with any of the people aside from that one game, and then it's done.
Yeah.
You never see them again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So. Yeah.
I mean,
So-
the thing is, you can also meet people through that. Like some of the people I've known for years now, I've met through like random
Yeah.
matchmaking in Counter-Strike. But the amount of people you meet that you actually end up liking is it's like 0.1% for the people that are like just people you'll never see again. So it's a real gamble.
Yeah, that's true.
Different environment, dude.
For sure. As opposed to Melee, where everybody you meet is like pretty much your friend. Like I can't name anybody in the scene that I would say is like I have bad blood with or that I dislike being.
You have to socialize. You're there,
Yeah.
you know, on the spot. You have to look each other in the eye, hear each other breathing, you know, see each other's ugly neckbeards from Corona
Kiss
times,
each
you
other
know,
on
and
the
they say,
cheeks.
"Yeah, what's up, dude? Let's play some games." And
Oh,
then,
man.
you know, it's all good.
Hey, what's up, dude? Let's play some games.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, and I think with that we can close it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's round it up.
Yappy, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Kind
here.
of
It was
different
fun.
than usually, but
Yeah, hopefully when all this is over, we can get you on a live one instead of like
yeah,
having you
should be
just
fun.
online.
Would
Sure,
be, would
I'm
be
in.
cool
I'm down.
if you know. Okay, this is. I'm gonna say something. Next time we have you on the show, right? We want to talk about some crazy results you got at an offline tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All
you
right, I got
better
a few.
get your ass busting.
I got a few.
We'll get you and Ben on the mic, and we'll have an open debate. Casper and I will be
Great.
quiet. We'll give you a topic. You guys just yell at each other for an hour and a half.
Like that.
I think
like
I think Ben would just go like, "Bring Yoshi."
Bring home.
I don't mind it either. Yoshi's great.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
I'm good. I think I'm all done.
All right.
No, I
Thank you
need to
guys for
pee.
watching. He has to pee. Very
Yeah, I have
good.
to pee. Too
You-
much
you
water.
go ahead and pee. Okay. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
See you guys later. Thanks.